Imagine someone walking into a room and instantly bending people to their will, without force, without threats, without even trying. They make you trust them, agree with them, or even obey them, all while feeling it's your own choice. These are not superpowers. They are psychological tricks hidden in plain sight, used daily by marketers, manipulators, and even friends or colleagues you think you know. Today we're uncovering 6 dark psychology tactics that always work, so you can see them coming, and maybe even protect yourself. We all like to think we are in control of our decisions, that our choices are purely ours. But the truth is far more unsettling. Every day, subtle manipulations are shaping your thoughts, your desires, and even your emotions without you realizing it. A simple nod, a carefully framed question, or a well-timed pause can make someone say yes when they meant to say no. Psychologists call this the art of influence, but when used intentionally, it can become a form of manipulation, dark psychology. These tactics aren't just theoretical. They are tested, proven methods that exploit natural human tendencies, our need to belong, our desire to be liked, our fear of missing out, or even our sense of morality. For instance, consider how often you find yourself agreeing to something you didn't initially want, buying that product online, attending an event, or even just saying sure to a favor. Did you really decide freely, or were you subtly nudged? What makes these tricks terrifyingly effective is that they work on autopilot. You don't notice them until it's too late, and the more we understand them, the more we can recognize how they influence not just strangers, but those closest to us. By the end of this video, you'll know 6 dark psychology techniques that always work, and how to protect yourself while using the knowledge for personal growth. Let's dive into these 6 psychological tricks, one by one, and uncover why they're so effective. 1. The foot in the door technique. This classic method relies on small commitments. A manipulator starts with a tiny request, something easy to agree with. Once you say yes, your mind wants to stay consistent, and you're far more likely to agree to a bigger, more consequential request later. Imagine agreeing to a small favor for a coworker and weeks later, finding yourself taking on a major project you didn't even want. 2. Social proof. Humans are wired to follow the crowd. If everyone else is doing something, we subconsciously assume it's the right choice. Marketers, influencers, and even co-workers exploit this. Everyone's doing it becomes a powerful reason for you to comply, often bypassing rational thought entirely. 3. Reciprocity. We naturally feel the need to repay favors. A simple gift or gesture, free samples, compliments, or small acts of kindness can create a subtle debt in your mind. Even when the act is strategic, you'll feel compelled to respond, often in ways that benefit the person who gave first. 4. The scarcity principle. Anything limited feels more valuable. Limited time offers, exclusive opportunities, even social attention can manipulate your decisions. Scarcity triggers a primal fear of loss, making you act impulsively, even against your better judgment. 5. Mirroring. Subtle imitation of gestures, speech patterns, or posture creates instant trust. Your brain interprets similarity as familiarity and safety. Before you know it, you feel connected to someone who is essentially shaping your perception to their advantage. 6. Anchoring. Our minds are biased toward the first piece of information we receive. Whether it's a price, a fact, or an opinion, that first anchor sets a standard. Subsequent information is measured against it, giving manipulators immense control over how we perceive value, fairness, or logic. Each of these techniques alone is powerful, but combined, they form a psychological web that's nearly invisible. By understanding them, you can start to see the hidden forces influencing your thoughts, choices, and even your emotions. Now here's the chilling part. You've likely encountered all 6 of these tactics today without even realizing it. Think back. Have you made decisions or given in to requests that didn't fully feel like your own? That sense of, why did I do that, is exactly how these tricks operate. Silently, invisibly, yet profoundly. Dark psychology isn't inherently evil. It's just influence used without consent. But the consequences can be devastating. Lost money, broken trust, compromised boundaries, and even damaged self-esteem. What's worse, those using these methods often appear charming, confident, or trustworthy. The mind is naturally predisposed to compliance, and awareness alone isn't always enough to resist. Understanding the mechanics, however, is the first step toward empowerment. Recognizing the subtle cues, unexpected gifts, urgent pressures, or mirroring behaviors can save you from manipulation. It turns you from a passive target into an active observer of your own mind. The intensity of these tricks isn't in overt coercion, it's in their invisibility. And that's why they work on almost anyone, almost every time. Once you see them, the world looks different, less benign, more calculated, and more fascinating. So how do you take this knowledge and turn it into protection and growth? First, awareness is your armor. When you notice a tiny favor request, a sudden sense of urgency, or a subtle mimicry of behavior, pause. Question your initial instinct. Ask, am I choosing this freely or am I being nudged? Second, set clear boundaries. Saying no or delaying a response is not rude, it's self-preservation. Those who respect your limits are allies. Those who don't are the manipulators these techniques were designed for. Third, use the power for good. Influence isn't inherently dark. By understanding these psychological levers, you can motivate yourself and others positively, encouraging healthy habits, inspiring change, or fostering empathy. The same mechanisms can build trust, connection, and cooperation when applied ethically. Finally, reflect. Examine your own decisions over the past week. Where were you influenced without realizing it? Where did you take control? Reflection strengthens awareness, turning past vulnerabilities into future resilience. In the end, the question isn't whether these tricks work. They do. The real question is, will you let them control you, or will you take the reins of your own mind? Remember, every mind you encounter, including your own, is a battleground of influence. Understanding it is not just knowledge, it's power. Are you ready to see the unseen forces shaping your choices?